Hi everybody. In the last class we have discussed some of the economical terminologies, that is shutdown point, normal profit point, supernormal profit point and break-even point. Along with that we also covered the determinants of supply curve. Well, today we discuss about the market supply curve. Friends, you already know the market demand curve, where the market demand curve is a graphical representation of the aggregative quantitative demand, that how the total demand is going to be purchased, or the quantity that is purchased by the different consumers taken together, and that is what we know, that is market demand. But here we have to discuss, that is market supply curve. So market supply curve is what, which means here the quantity supplied by the different firms taken together, which means the quantity supplied by the different sellers at different price levels, at different price levels, comma, the aggregate of the supply is called market supply, which means, you see, the quantity supplied by the different sellers at different price levels, the aggregate of all these suppliers, what they supplied in the market, the sum total of all these quantities are going to call as market supply, which means firm 1, firm 2, firm 3 up to firm n are going to sell their commodities in the market. For what price they are going to sell and how much of quantity that they are going to sell, the total sum of that quantities is going to consider as a market supply. Then what is curve? Curve is almost, it is the graphical presentation of the market supply, which indicates on y axis about the which are the quantities which are going to be plotted on x axis. Quantity sold is going to be plotted on y axis and the price is going to be plotted on y axis, right? So here the quantity supply curve moves upward, right? That is from left to right, the quantity supply is going to move upward. But here what we actually should do is how the market supply is going to be understood. That is how the suppliers are going to supply different quantities. Therefore, market supply is going to be written as SM, market supply, right? So firm 1, that I can just say firm 1's supply plus firm 2's supply plus dash up to n. When you are going to add the firm 1, firm 2, firm 3, firm 5, like that up to n, how many of firms or the sellers are going to come together, the sum total of all those total sellers quantity supplied, and that itself is the market supply. Okay, so these are we are going to understand with the help of diagram here. So let us come with the first diagram. This is firm 1's diagram, firm 1, and here I am going to write firm 2, and here just say market supply curve. So here are y axis, x axis, and here also same y axis, x axis, and coming to the third one also y axis and x axis. Here we are going to just take some 3 price levels. Okay. Well, these are the different price levels. I can just write here, this may be P3, P2, P1, and I also take P1, P2, P3, and here also P1, P2, P3. This is 0, 0, O, and this is going to be X, and this is X, and this is Y axis, and this is Y axis. Well, so on X axis you can just write quantity sold. On all same quantity sold. supply curve we have to decide, and this is firm 2. When we add these two, we are going to get market supply curve. Okay, so just imagine this firm 1 may supply the quantity in the market when the price is above P3. So this is what, this is the P3 here, and that is what S1. I can just take here. The firm 1 is going to supply a positive amount or the quantity in the market when the price is going to be more than or equal to. If the price is greater than or equal to P3, only firm 1 is going to supply in the market and firm 2 is not going to supply. We are just taking only of two firms to understand market supply curve. There may be a huge number of firms, but for our understanding, we have taken only of two firms here. Just see here, in the market, if the price is P3, okay. So, if the price is P3, the firm 1 is only supplying positive amount of quantity in the market. And what about firm 2? Firm 2 will not supply any quantity if the price is exactly equal to P3 or more than P3. And if only the price more than P2, then the firm 2 supply, that we see later. But here what is going to happen here? And this is our, you can say Q1, which means firm 1 supplies if the price is more than or equal to, greater than or equal to P3. If P2 is also there, no problem, firm 1 will supply. If P1 is there, then also the firm 1 will supply. But below than this P3, the firm 1 is not going to supply. Okay, this is what the supply curve of the firm 1. Coming to firm 2 here. So here firm 2, it supplies only when the price is over and above of P2. So here we can't say that all the sellers have or the firms have to sell for the same price. No, it depends on the behavior of the firms. So here firm 1 may sell if the price is more than P3 or equal to P3, but it is not so in case of firm 2. Firm 2 is not supplying if the price is greater than or equal to P3 and less than or equal to P2 or less than P2. So if in between these gap, what we are going to see here, the firm 2 is not supplying. Why? Because it expected to sell only when the price is P2, when the price is more compared to P3, P2 is more. So the firm 2 is expected to sell only when the price is more than the P2, and that is why it has not supplied or it has not sold any quantity in case of the price is greater than or equal to P3 and less than P2. No quantity here, the supplier of this firm 2 is not selling any commodity, and that is what here firm 2 supplies only when the price is greater than or equal to P2 and maybe up to P1, and if still price increases, then it supplies. Okay, but the thing is what here, firm 2 supplies when the price is greater than or equal to P2, but it is not so in case of firm 1. Firm 1 can supply if the price is greater than or equal to P3 and above. And here this is how the firm 2 supplies only when if the price is greater than or equal to P2. It will not supply any quantity if the price is in between P3 to P2. Okay, this is the nature of firm 2, and it supplies, say for example, Q2 is the quantity level. Now come to this here. In case of market supply, just see if the price is in between P3 to P2, only firm 1 supplies. So from here to here, only firm 1 will supply. And over and above of P2 to and again further, both firm 1 as well as firm 2 are supplying. You see, over and above of P2, firm 1 is also supplying, and here firm 2 is also supplying. Therefore, here we will come with this one. This is going to be SM. Why we are going to consider SM? Only firm 1 sells if the price is greater than or equal to P3 and P2. And coming to the other case, when the price is greater than or equal to P2, both the firms are going to supply, and that is what we are taking this career. Therefore, if we draw a quantity supply in the market, is going to be Q3. How it is going to be Q3 here? Firm 1 supplies if the price is greater than or equal to P3, and that is Q1. Firm 1 supplies Q1, whereas firm 2 supplies Q2, that is Q2, then what is this? And this is going to be SM. SM, which means market supply. When Q1 plus Q2 is equals to Q3, and this is market supply. So remember, and firm 1 supplies if the price is greater than or equal to P3, and firm 2 supplies if the price is greater than or equal to P2. When we club together of these two firms, we will get the market supply curve, and that is the Q3. Okay, so this is how we can understand the different price levels. Different sellers are going to sell different quantities, and when we are going to add that, we will get the market supply curve. Okay, so this is about the market supply curve. Well, come to the next one. We will understand about the price elasticity of supply. Well, now we go to the price elasticity of supply. Price elasticity of supply. You already understood price elasticity of demand. So what was the price elasticity of demand? The responsiveness of quantity demand due to change in the price, and other things remain constant. Okay, the same way here price elasticity of supply, which indicates the responsiveness of, I can just write the meaning here, the responsiveness of quantity supply, the responsiveness of quantity supply to the change in the price, to the change in the price being other determinants constant, being other determinants remain constant, is called price elasticity of supply. PES, price elasticity of supply. Friends, here you may just see that why only the price influences here, because we are studying the price elasticity of supply. Being other determinants remain constant. What are the other determinants here? Maybe technology, or maybe tax, or maybe government policies. So tax, technology, government policies are going to be assumed as constant. They are going to remain same. They are not going to change. This is an assumption again we have to do to understand the price elasticity of supply. So here what we are going to see, if there is a change in the price, how it is going to change in the quantity supply, and that is that we are going to say responsiveness. The responsiveness of the quantity supply to a change in its price, being other determinants remain constant, and that is technology, tax, and the government policies, then we are going to call that as a price elasticity of supply. Then how do we write the formula for price elasticity of supply? So PES is equals to percentage change in quantity supply divided by percentage change in the price. This is what the formula. PES, price elasticity of supply, is equals to percentage delta which means change, percentage change in quantity supply divided by percentage change in the price. So we have one more formula we can write here, that is same, delta Q divided by delta P into P divided by Q. Delta Q divided by delta P into P divided by Q, where delta Q is change in quantity, delta P is change in price, P is initial price, and Q is initial quantity. Okay, initial quantity supplied. By the use of this, you can find what is the price elasticity of supply. You may be asked the question in competitive exams on this formula. Keep in your mind, this formula is as same as the price elasticity of demand. There is no change, but only the change is what? in case of quantity supply. Here quantity demand in case of price elasticity of demand. Okay. So this is what price elasticity of supply. So what are the different types of price elasticity of supply? Classifications. If I do the classifications here, we get 3 here, that is more elasticity, more elastic price elasticity of supply, more elasticity. The second one, less elasticity, less elastic price elasticity of supply. The third one, unitary elastic price elasticity of supply. So these are the 3 important classifications of price elasticity of supply. So if I come with the first one here, so in the name itself we are going to discuss what is this more elastic. More elastic, which means more change in the quantity supply from the basic, which means if I draw a diagram here, just see, this is a graph, y axis, and this is going to be OY axis. Okay, so here you see this is O, this is the basic. Okay, I am going to draw this point, you can take M, this is SS dash. Okay, now what is going to happen here, this you can take Q. Here quantity supply, here it is price. Friends, you can just look at here, the basic quantity supply is OQ naught. If we take this as OQ naught, basic is what here? Basic quantity supply, QS. Basic QS is OQ naught. This much quantity, that is the basic. OQ naught is the basic. And what is the change in case of change in the QS? Change in the quantity supply, that is MQ naught. See, this is the supply curve where it has come over and above OX axis, which means it is left side of the graph where it is this side. Okay, that is what OM. This is what M, which means here you are seeing there is a change in case of the quantity supply. This is the basic and quantity supply curve is here, so you can just see MQ naught. Okay, OQ is the basic only of this much, whereas MQ naught, this is the change in case of quantity supply. MQ naught, here you can just see, compared to this, MQ naught is greater than, MQ naught is greater than OQ naught. Can you see that here? What is that? OQ is the basic, MQ is the change in the supply. So MQ naught is greater than OQ naught, and that is what we are going to call more elasticity of supply. Which this means PES is equal to, that is what, greater than 1. In this case, price elasticity of supply will be greater than 1. Why? Because change in the quantity supply is more than the change in the price or from the basic. Well, this is the more elasticity of supply. Coming to the second one, this is less elasticity of supply. We can just see again same. This is supply curve. Here it is M, and you can say this is going to be Q naught. Okay, Q naught, and this is 0. So OY axis, OX axis. Here quantity sold, and here price. Right? Well, so what is the basic here? I can just modify this now. What is the basic? OQ naught. OQ naught is the basic. OQ naught. This is what? OQ naught is the basic quantity. And what is the change in case of quantity supply? MQ naught. You can just see this is the supply curve, SS2 or SS dash, and this is the supply curve where the change in the supply curve is MQ naught. MQ naught. See, MQ naught is this much, OQ is this much. So a change in quantity supply is MQ naught. MQ naught is less than, this MQ naught is less than OQ naught. Here what is going to happen here? MQ naught is less than OQ naught. MQ naught is less than OQ naught, which means less elasticity of supply. Here the percentage change in the quantity supply is less than the percentage change in the price, and that is what we are going to call it as a less elasticity of supply. Here the quantity supply change in the quantity supply is less than the basic quantity supply, therefore we are going to call it as a less elasticity of supply. We will write PES less than 1. How we are going to represent here? Price elasticity of supply is going to less than 1. Okay, so this is the second one. Coming to the third one now, that is unitary elasticity of supply. So in the unitary elasticity of supply, okay, this is X and this is Y, and here you can say quantity supply, here this price on the Y axis. Now you see, in case of this, the supply curve exactly moves by intersecting the minimum point of the OX axis and OY axis, that is 0 or O. Now if we say this is going to be Q naught, and here I am going to write M. So here yes cash. The changing supply and the basic supply are one and the same. Why? Because OQ naught, if I write here, see OQ naught and MQ naught. This is the quantity as basic. OQ naught is the basic. OQ naught is this much. And what about the quantity supply that has changed here? The change is again same only. That is MQ naught. So both here in case of this, OQ naught equals to MQ naught. Therefore, it is going to call as unitary elasticity of supply, which indicates the percentage change in the quantity supply and the percentage change in the price are one and the same, which means both are equal, and that is how we are going to call it as a price elasticity of supply, which is equal or unitary price elasticity of supply. Then how we are going to write here? ES is equals to 1, which means the percentage change in the quantity supply and the percentage change in the price are one and the same, and the change in the quantity supply compared to the basic are equal or both are same, then we are going to call it as a, that is unitary elasticity of supply, that is unitary elastic price elasticity of supply, where we are going to write it as PES is equals to 1. Well, so these are the classifications in price elasticity of supply. Alright. So by this we are going to complete the fourth chapter, that is the perfect computation. Remaining things we will discuss in the next class. Until, take care. Thank you.